Are there any changes, additions, or movement of any agenda items tonight? Yes.
I was wondering if we could add an item this evening. If we could add the discussion of the petition that has been presented to the board.
Okay, they're probably going to be talked about at the public comments.
Well, if the board could talk about it, not the public.
Anybody in favor of that? Favor?
I'm in favor.
Okay. Anybody else? We have two.
Fine.
Fine, three, okay. Well, where do you want to put it?
I think under discussion item.
Under discussion. Okay. Any other additions or changes? I have a change. We're not going to be having the closed session. We're putting that under preliminary action items. So the items that we would normally discuss at the closed session are going to be discussed in public, and it's going to be the first thing on the agenda tonight. All those in favor? Okay. And we'll start right out with the preliminary action, superintendent's nominations.
I have several nominations this evening. First, I'd like to place the name Dawn Maynard for the physical education position at the high school.
Okay, nomination before the discussion.
I move that we nominate, that
You
we
can do
elect
that.
Dawn Maynard
Yeah.
to, on the physical education position at the high school.
Second.
Krista?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Krista?
Does that mean that Mr. Maynard will be vacating the position of athletic director?
That's correct.
So then we need to hire a new athletic
That's
director?
correct.
Is there any way that we could, okay, I guess I answered my question.
Yes, Jim?
This is a very difficult decision. Mr. Maynard's reputation precedes him. I mean, I can't question his credentials or his abilities. I do have one issue though, and it all comes down to money. His posted salary, if he was to go to a teaching position, is $73,000, I believe. However, we have a budget of $50,000, so we've got a $23,000 overrun there. Plus, at this point, we're going to have to hire a new athletic director. And have we given any thought as to what that salary might be?
I would assume it would be less than his.
Okay, so
Salary. And there are other adjustments that are being made in the meantime during this. If you look at the salary scales, there are other new people who have been hired on the lesser rate to make up for that. But the issue here is that we're trying to provide the most qualified and the best person for the position. And I think we would be lacking in our foresight not to provide that opportunity for our children.
I agree with you, Lee. Again, for me, it's not a question of, he is obviously the most qualified person that we can get for this job. I am worried, however, about filling the vacancy he creates by moving into the classroom position. I noticed at the middle school, the assistant principal takes on the duties of athletic director at the middle school. Am I not correct in that? Okay. Is there any way, and I know it's infinitely more complex at the high school level, but is there any way that these roles, or this role, can be shared among the coaches and Mr. Maynard perhaps? I'm just trying to save the district some money in this matter, and that's all. And please, don't think for a minute that I'm questioning the qualifications or the excellence of your choice.
I would not be recommending that at this point.
Okay. All right.
Yes, Evan?
I think it's wonderful that there's an opportunity. We have someone who knows our students, who is intimately aware of athletics, and it's going back to the classroom. I think it's admirable and I'm excited for the students.
Anybody else want to make a comment? I think that Don would do a great job as a teacher like he has in the past. I think that the money issue, Mr. Levesque has approached that by looking at the salary replacements that we've had for teachers that have left and stuff like that. And I think there's a net dollar amount to cover his wages. So I'm in favor of it. Any other discussion? All those in favor of the nomination, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? One, okay. So it's 5 to 1.
The second
5 to
nomination,
1. Negative.
the second nomination I have to place is for Phyllis Schlichter, for the position of curriculum coordinator and director of special education services. Phyllis comes to us with a doctorate from the University of New Hampshire in literacy and in schooling. She has a specialist degree both in speech and reading, and holds certification as a curriculum coordinator and as a director of special education. She comes highly recommended, wonderful credentials, and would be a tremendous addition to our team. So I place the nomination of Phyllis Schlichter.
Yes, Ann?
I would like to make a motion to elect Phyllis Schlichter to the Director of Instruction position.
I second it. Any discussion? Yes, Krista?
I just want to say that I know that this position presented a challenge in the original timeline that we had for hiring this position. But Phil seems like an extremely qualified candidate. Her credentials are phenomenal. And thank you for bringing forward this candidate and putting in the extra time to find her.
Megan?
Lee, could you give us an idea of what the general contract would be in terms of duration, how many years that you would be offering,
The administrators in our office have a one-year contract.
right? Okay.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of the nomination? So, raise your hand. Okay, 6.
And before you are the nominations, the yearly nominations for the coaches and advisors at the middle school and the high school.
Okay. It's a blanket, oh, excuse me.
I'll make a motion to accept the slate of coaches and advisors for the fall of
Jim
2000.
seconds it. Okay, any discussion at all? Okay, all those in favor of accepting the slate that's been nominated, say aye or raise your hand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If I could at this time, I'd like to introduce Don Maynard, who's in the audience, who has served with us, came out of the classroom and served for about 4 or 5 years, I believe, as a flight director, and now wants to return back to the classroom. So, welcome back to the classroom. And then in the back, I have Dr. Phyllis Schlichter, who is recently still employed right now with the Lowell Public Schools in Massachusetts, and is looking forward to start her work with us on August 26th.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, moving on to announcements. Are there any district announcements tonight? As they fight to get to the podium.
I always get stuck going first. Jay Richard, Principal, Oyster River Middle School. Just a couple of quick announcements in terms of upcoming events. Next Thursday, which is August 25th, from 9 to 12, we have what's called the New Student Orientation. That's for new students to the district. So if there's any families out there that have just moved into the district, that's the day we welcome those new students in, show them around the building, and spend some extra time with them. Also, next Thursday at 5 o'clock, we have what's becoming an annual event, our 5th grade picnic, where all incoming 5th grade families and students are welcome to come, and we have a picnic out back on the field. A lot of families in the past have brought in pizzas and picnic-type food items, and we often provide water and a couple of treats. So that will be next Thursday from 5 to about 6:30.
That's a week from this Thursday.
Yes, yep, yeah, Thursday, August 25th. So we've also scheduled our school-wide open house. That will be Tuesday, September 20th, and I'll provide the times at the next school board meeting, but just to put it on people's calendars. And lastly, a popular item, parents start to ask, and students, where are the supply lists? All the supply lists have actually been posted to our school website, and you get that under the team sections. So all the supply lists are there. Further, we have some office transitions going on, so if there are any families or anyone that has any questions, feel free to email myself right at the middle school. Thank you.
Okay. What was the date on the new student orientation?
New student orientation, that's August 25th, which is
Okay.
next Thursday from 9 to 12, right at the
Thanks.
middle school.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Todd Allen, the principal of the high school. I'm almost at the point now where when I drive to work, I don't make the turn to the middle school every day. I'm working on it. My blinker just automatically goes in. Just a couple of announcements. First of all, a freshman orientation has been scheduled for Tuesday, August 30th from 9:30 to 12:30. Great opportunity for 164 kids in our freshman class to come on in, tour the building, get familiar with their schedules. And the Durham PD and our school resource officer, Holly Molesky, provide pizza at the end, so you can't go wrong with that. Second announcement is fall sports started this week, started on Monday. We had approximately 190 kids out so far for fall sports. That number will likely go up as word gets around, but 190 kids, and actually our competitive season for fall sports kicks off with boys and girls against Co-Brown on August 26th, so we're getting right into it pretty fast. We mailed out usernames and login information to all parents and families for the Power School parent portal. We have discovered that the parent portal is working great. The student portal is not working so well, so if you're one of the people who's tried, you're not the only one. We are in the process of fixing that, and I promise it will be up and running and figured out before the start of school. Some people have had success, but for whatever reason, some people have not. And then lastly, this might actually fall more into the category of commendations, but I'll throw it in now so I don't have to get up twice. This is my first summer being at the high school, watching the custodial staff do the work that they do. And one of the things that stands out is how much the high school facility gets used all the time and how much they have to work around lots of different community and school-based events. We've had summer school, driver ed, we've had all kinds of things going on all summer. And the custodial staff, Merrick, our head custodian, has been so wonderful and flexible. He just smiles and says, "Okay, I'll just clean over here today." But they're doing a great job, and I have no doubt that that we'll be ready to go when school starts. So thank you.
Thank you.
I have two announcements. One is that the bus routes are up on our website. So if you go to the district website, you'll see a yellow bus there. Just click on that, and that's tied to our new system. So you'll be able to type in your address, and you'll find out what bus number you have and what time the bus will be there to meet your children. If you have children in more than one school, which I have, just choose a new school, and you'll be able to find out that too. So it's a nice system that's up and running. The other thing is we have a new teacher orientation next Wednesday and Thursday. And you're all invited to come for a barbecued lunch on that Thursday, which is Wednesday, the 24th, August 24th. And Todd Allen, being new, he will be cooking for all of us. So put in order. It's part of your hazing. So we got that set. And then, and Dawn, you don't have to come. All right, so don't worry about that. For a new orientation, you won't get your letter. But so that's happening Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Great.
Thank you.